excuses, and you know I be on top of things. Punctual.
It's week 8 of the National Football League, and this one features the Saints' rocket arm quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Bucs on Monday night.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's going to air one out, and he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trying again on 2nd down, it's Thompson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Sticking with Thompson here. Open man, it's Jalen Darden. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He finds his target. It's Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 24 carries, 138 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. A handoff running left is Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Dances by him. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On 1st and 10, Love. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Love, they go play action now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Love. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alan Lazard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 14. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Love with it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Thompson fakes the handoff. Now going to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing. Blitz coming, and down he goes. O'Shane Jimenez leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack on first down, Thompson, they'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He gets this one to Johnson. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give up the middle to Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out of and right up the middle.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. Charles, to move the chains that time. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. First down, Love to pass. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Thompson. This one swung out to Vaughn. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Looking to throw, Thompson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Here now Roberts. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Love now to pass on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Another try after the first down sack. Love is going to let this one go deep. Oh, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Touchdown! In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Nevis on to attempt the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Thompson on 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Vaughn. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down throw for Thompson. And a catch right side by Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Thompson's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off play action. Thompson finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Thompson out of the shotgun here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
going to wind up incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defensive.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got an open man, it's Olave. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Mevis for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Thompson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Vaughn fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Trevon Wesco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Love now. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Straight ahead, Gibson. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground with a tight end. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Love. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Love. Slant pass complete to Olave. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
This has been a nice action to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Come on, set.
Off the play fake, Love. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 8 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Nevis on to attempt the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, a run with Vaughn. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keyshawn Vaughn, 53 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A handoff for Gibson. Gets past one man. 101 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd and 10.
Thompson.
He completes it to Evans. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Love.
Got a man here. It's Roberts.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. On the draw, it's Gibson. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, a run with Gibson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes in, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw again on second down. Thompson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. The 20. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin. 44 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes 3rd progression. That's a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ooh, with a juke. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Once more, Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
A handoff line left is Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So now the Bucs down by 2. And time, a huge factor. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down.
Now Thompson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here's Thompson.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw.
He'll get this to Vaughn underneath.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. he's throwing the football today. Almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bucs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.